Hey everybody, welcome. Today we're going to be diving into the world of waffles, but with a twist. Instead of using traditional yeast, we're going to use my sourdough starter. That's right, sourdough waffles. And we're going to be making them two different ways, both sweet and savory. Have you ever wondered what happens when you combine the tangy, chewy goodness of sourdough with that crispy, fluffy texture of waffles? Well, get ready to find out. We're about to make some seriously delicious and unique breakfast treats. Let's do this. Okay, let's start off with our poolish. Poolish is a pre-ferment. We're going to take a cup of discarded sourdough starter and add some buttermilk. Once that's done, we will take our whip and break this up and incorporate the sourdough starter. Now let's add our sugar. And once that's done, we're going to incorporate our 2 cups of flour. Starting off slowly, we're going to stir this together and then beat it all together until it makes a lumpy batter. It will be thick. Let's take a spatula and clean this up a little bit. Cover it, and we'll leave it overnight to ferment. All right, it's the next morning. We're going to crack a couple eggs. Whisking them until they are loose. Then we'll add our vegetable oil and continue to whisk this together. Now let's get our pre-ferment. Add your eggs, your salt, and some baking powder. The baking powder will activate the mix and make it light and frothy. Continue whisking until incorporated. Now we're going to let this rest for about 5 minutes. Notice the bubbles that are developing and how light and fluffy the batter is. All right, let's make some waffles. Plug in your waffle iron. While the waffle iron's heating up, if you find value in this video, please take a second to like the video as well as subscribe, and that way you can see all the upcoming videos. And I'd love some comments from you. Oh, and don't forget to ring the bell so every time a video goes up, you get to see it first. Appreciate it. Here we go. Let's take some pan spray and spray the grids. And how much batter you'll add will depend upon the size of your waffle iron. This larger Belgian waffle iron takes about a ladle and a half, but you'll have to play with that with your waffle iron. This batch yields about 5 Belgian waffles. All right, we're gonna let that bake for 3.5, but I prefer 4 minutes for a nice crispy waffle, and look at that. Transfer to a plate. Hit it with some butter, some real maple syrup if I had my choice, and some homemade bacon. Yum. Our savory waffle. This actually uses the same poolish with the exception of replacing one of the cups of flour with a cup of cornmeal. Meanwhile, dice up your chives, some shredded extra sharp cheddar, and I use Beecher's, which is a local cheese. Incorporate that with the chives, the cheddar, your eggs, and your salt and baking powder and whip it together. Again, let it rest for 5 minutes. Now on these I'm going to serve it, so I'm going to warm up my oven. And for a savory, I like my regular waffle iron because I use the waffles themselves as sandwich bread for other recipes. Again, I sprayed the grids. We add the new batter and bake for about the same amount of time as the sweet waffles. A little too much batter in that one, but not bad. It looks pretty good, looks pretty crispy. Okay, I'm gonna save these now on a wire rack in my warming oven. Delicious. So there you have it. Sourdough waffles, both sweet and savory. I hope you enjoyed this video and got inspired to try making some at home. They're a great way to use up leftover sourdough starter and create a delicious and unique breakfast or dinner. And if you try this recipe, be sure to comment down below and let me know how the family liked it. Until next time, happy cooking!